Guyana is on the right track in terms of its efforts in pesticides and toxic chemicals control. This is the view of Richard Cook, who is an international consultant that helped to prepare a national implementation plan for Guyana. That plan is required under the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, which is a convention Guyana signed on to in 2007.
Guyana is very well advanced in this area. I mean, the existence of the board, its ability to manage chemicals is probably the best I've seen in a small, medium-sized developing country, and there's a great deal of credit should go to the government of Guyana over the years of developing this capacity.
Guyana is not known for producing pesticides and most chemicals used in the agri-sector and elsewhere, but Dr. Leslie Monroe, who is the chairman of the Pesticide and Toxic Chemicals Control Board, said they have to strictly monitor the import of these chemicals.
What this plan does is to look and see how we manage those POPs and PCBs that's still around, and also how we manage pesticides generally. We are not only looking at POPs and PCBs, but pesticides generally. And this is the board's responsibility to ensure that we have a very good stewardship of pesticides from the time we import them right up until we dispose of the containers in which these things come. So it's not only the importation and use, but disposing of stocks, obsolete stocks, and also the containers, because containers are contaminants and they can cause problems in the environment.
Representing the government of Guyana was Permanent Secretary in the Agricultural Ministry, George Jarvis, and he said that as a net exporter of food, Guyana has to be very careful with the products sent out for consumption.
As we are all aware, Guyana is a net exporter of food, and most of the markets we go to are very hesitant to purchase food for sale to the public that does not satisfy the criteria of being safe.
The PS also appealed for cooperation by all stakeholders to ensure that all systems are safe and meet all the requirements.
We all hear about the non-tariff barriers, and some of them are justified, some are not. But one for sure that we have to observe is the fact that whatever we send from these shores can satisfy the strictest of scrutiny in terms of residual chemicals. But I'm saying not merely for export, but even for our own local health and well-being. When the pesticide board does its work, we often have complaints and people trying to get around it.
PS Jarvis then endorsed the plan and directed the Pesticide Board to lodge a copy of that plan with the relevant agency. Reporting for Capital News, Royal Collins.